day is a new day. Take in the calm, peaceful serenity that is the sunrise. But it's time for another captain's video! Actually, I don't want to confuse you. This video isn't about captains at all. It's about active, unbelievably good players who will end their careers not having captained a squad. So for those who cram that dislike button on my worst active captains vid, link below in the description, this movie is for you. And speaking of pressing things, please press the like button or subscribe as I get into the
5 best active players who will never captain a squad.
Wow, that was too much right there. Number 5, Jakub Voracek. Jakub Voracek is an amazing talent. The native of the Czech Republic has been a member of the NHL since 2008 and arrived on Broad Street in 2011, where he has steadily produced as both a goal scorer and a helper since, topping out with 81 points in 2015 and being named an all-star that season. The problem for Voracek is that 2 years after he arrived in Philly, Claude Giroux was named the captain, which he still is today. And Giroux is the type of on and off ice leader any team needs. Plus, he has a look of don't ever freaking mess with me or I will bite you in the face.
Pigeon!
Voracek is signed in Philly until 2023, but I don't think he will ever be able to be named the team's captain. And also, Philly seems to have a way of trading away their good players to other teams. Womp womp. Sometimes you need to check yourself before you reject yourself. Dear God, that was awful. Number 4, Tyler Seguin. I don't have to say this. When healthy, Tyler Seguin is an absolute scoring monster. And he's only 24. It's amazing that he is so young considering a lot has happened in his 6-year NHL career. Of course, I don't have to rehash the trade from Boston, but it was clear that his ability was underestimated in that situation. He's not treated that way in Dallas, but he came to a team that has Jamie Benn as its captain, a man who has led the league in most categories, including points in 2015 and coolest hair. I mean, who wouldn't want to follow a man into war with a nice, slick appearance like this? Ben is only 27 himself, already asserted himself as a leader for both his squad and Team Canada, and I don't see a situation where the Stars would let Ben walk or choose the off-injured Seguin over him to grab the C. Yes, Seguin is young, and maybe he will mature into a leader someday, but not with Superman there. Maybe he'll get shipped back to Boston. So many great memories there. Number 3, Patrick Kane. Oh yes, Kaner is an unbelievable talent. He has been as much a part of the Hawks' 3 Stanley Cups wins as his captain Jonathan Toews has been, including scoring the clinching goal in 2010 and a Conn Smythe Trophy in 2013. Dude is a scoring machine with a career-high 106 last year, in which he won the Hart and the Art Ross trophies. So why will he never be the captain? Because he probably doesn't want to be the captain. Plus he plays with Toews. Plus he likes to party and bang chicks. Why would you want all the responsibility when you can pot goals all day and slowly and noticeably lose your hair at the same time? Toews and Kane will likely end their careers together. There is no reason to think Kaner would ever want to be the cap or be in a position to be named as such. He's accomplished so much already and still has many years to play. So Patty Kane, Baker's man, he will never be named a captain. Dear God, someone stop me from making these videos. Number 2, Evgeni Malkin. Oh, you knew Gino was coming, right? This huge hulking Russian who looked like he stepped right out of the movie Miracle is without a doubt upper echelon NHL talent, and the 2-time Cup winner, 2-time Art Ross winner, and 3-time All-Star has added accomplishment after accomplishment to his already stellar resume. But this is the biggest duh ever. He's actually only 2 years older than Sid the Kid, but let's face it, he will never be the captain because Crosby is Sidney freaking Crosby, and as long as he is breathing, he will be the leader of the Pens. Number 1, Vladimir Tarasenko. In terms of outright talent, this guy may arguably have more than everyone I just named. Tarasenko possesses a wrist shot that could be used to fight terrorism. Yet when David Backes moved on to Boston, Vladdy was not named the captain. He's only 25, signed for 8 more years, and is going to be an elite scorer for possibly another decade. I get it, the Blues made an awesome choice with Alex Pietrangelo as their on-ice boss, but Tarasenko was just named an alternate captain this year. And there are others on the roster who seem better suited to take over the role of captain, even if you ask me, Alexander Steen. Tarasenko seems quiet and not very fiery, and even worse for him, he disappeared during the conference finals last year versus the Shark. And even though he was unbelievable in knocking off the Hawks in the rounds before. Inconsistency is not a good trait for a captain. Of course, you could be consistently bad and be a captain like the ones I talked about in my last captain vid. Hey, whatever works, I guess. Bottom line, Tarasenko only cares about scoring, and leading is not his thing. So as the sun peaks, begins to set on the careers of these captains, think of the inner calm and peace these players can have, knowing that they don't have to yell at their teammates for not blocking a shot or for making a lazy line change. Take in the air and relax before I make a reference about dildos again. I'm 5 Points Gaming, and you made it to the end of this video.